Iranian-backed proxy groups taking over the world. Look at this, downtown New York City filled with Islamic rockets gifted to us by Iran. Look at the fear-mongering on this AI video. Wow. Laugh my f***ing ass off the way they're manufacturing consent. Cute touch? What is this? Iran is your problem too. It's hate week, fellas. In New York City, remember to hate Iran. I don't care what Tulsi says. Trump is throwing his most politically loyal intel chiefs under the bus for the foreign apartheid state that bribed him. He's little more than an ogre-like vehicle for an Israeli coup. Max always puts it so succinctly.
What she said, I think they were very close to having.
Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that the intelligence community said Iran wasn't building a nuclear weapon.
I don't care what she said, I think they were very close to having.
Get that. He's got McDonald's awards. He's got the gold stars from all of the McDonald's fast food chains that you could possibly want. Well, you saw that Donald Trump is tweeting unconditional surrender, all caps, and everyone else is like, yeah, he's definitely on the Epstein list. It's like, what do they got on him? Painfully obvious at this point. Everybody saw this, right?
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective.
Yeah, that was Trump in 2011. We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran, says Trump in 2025. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment, and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. That's right, nobody does it better than the good old USA. Dan Bilzerian says, we have no business fighting a war Israel is the aggressor in. Satan ignored your order. He attacked Iran unprovoked, claiming they were building a nuke when Israel has illegally stockpiled hundreds of nukes. That's the real point here, is how much of a push does Trump look like here? He is Taco Trump. Trump always chickens out. He is bending the knee to Netanyahu, and that's exactly what has happened. It doesn't matter, like Jeffrey Sachs was saying, it doesn't matter what these presidential ideas are as they're campaigning. They say one thing in the campaign, but once they enter the White House, men with suits and ties come along with briefcases, and they talk to the president, and then the president never mentions those funny little ideas he had again, prompting me to ask, will we ever have an American president in the United States? Or will they all be Ronald Reagan? Or will they all be Israel's lawyer? We're on number 47 of Israel's lawyers. Aaron Monte says Trump shared this message from Israel ambassador Mike Huckabe, who told Trump that God has chosen him for this moment. Yes, I love the religious zealotry. Separation of church and state, right? He also compares Trump's position to that of Harry Truman in 1945, who dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and yet these are the same people who accuse the Iranian government of being an apocalyptic theocratic regime. Yeah. I mean, the radical extremism is from the United States and Israel. We talk a good game about liking the idea that church and state should be separate and religious freedom, blah, 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 but we actually love fascist theocracies. That's the thing that goes back to our teaching. It all goes back to the economy. It doesn't matter what the ideology is. If it can be justified by those in power, they will do it because it suits their economic interests, okay? I will live and die by the knowledge that I'm dispensing right now. Mr. President, says Mike Huckabe, who is Israel's ambassador. I'm sorry, the United States ambassador to Israel, excuse me. Former governor of Arkansas, Mike Huckabe. Mr. President, God spared you in Butler P. To be the most consequential president in a century, and maybe even ever. The decisions on your shoulders I would not want to be made by anyone else. You have many voices speaking to you, sir, but there is only one voice that matters. His voice. That's right, Satan. I am your appointed servant in this land and available for you, but I do not try to get in your presence often because I trust your instincts. I'm sure that's not the reason. No president in my lifetime has been in a position like yours, not since Truman in 45. I don't reach out to persuade you, only to encourage you. I believe you will hear from heaven. And that voice is far more important than mine or anyone else's. So Mike Huckabe is saying, please, Mr. Trump. It's like that picture where they're all bowing and they're all touching Trump. Please, Mr. Trump, go with God. Remember little baby Jesus. You those brown people for little baby Jesus. Do it from the bottom of your heart. You sent me to Israel to be your eyes, your ears, your voice, and to be your butthole. Sorry, I had to add that in there. And to make sure our flag flies above our embassy. My job is to be the last one to leave. First one in, last one out. I will not abandon this post. Our flag will not come down. I come for the flag, sir. You did not seek this moment. This moment sought you. It is my honor to serve you, Daddy, says Mike Huckabe. Most average U.S. diplomat, a raging, flaming Zionist. Mike Huckabe. That's it. That's the one.